Let's take a look at our N7.3 Fractions and Decimal pre-unit assignment. All right, so write each of the following as decimals, 37 out of 100. If you remember our place value chart, we have our decimal, we have our units, we have our tens. Going this way, we have tenths, hundredths, and our thousandths. Now this is 37 out of 100, or 37 hundredths. So the 7 goes in the hundredths, the 3 goes there, it's a decimal, and the 0. So our answer is 0.37. You did a lot of these in grade 5. 2 out of 10, that's 2 tenths. That means 2 would go in our tenths place value, decimal 0. So it'd be 0.2. Right? 2 is in the tenths place value. 38 cents, that's not even a whole dollar. That's 0.38 of a dollar. Right, number 2, write a fraction in decimal to describe the shaded part of the grid. Well, this is a 10 by 10 grid, so there's 100. So for our fraction, it's going to be over 100. 100's our denominator. That's how many there are in total. There's 10, 20, 8 out of 100. And 28 out of 100 as a decimal is 0.28, 28 hundredths. All right. Using the following number line to help you order from least to greatest. So I've got some number line with some, what do they call these things? There's a name that they call them for. They're like our guidelines, right? This one in the middle would be 0.5. This guy here would be 0.75. This guy here would be 0.25. Benchmarks, they call them. So I'm going to start to order these numbers. Our smallest one is 0.4. That'll be somewhere down here. 0.4. Now 0.45 will be even closer to 5. I'm just going to draw it down here, 0.45. Then 0.6 will be bigger, and it'll be about, right, whatever that distance away is, 0.6. 0.68 will be a little bit bigger than that yet. I'll draw it down here, 0.68. Then 0.85 will be way over here, 0.85. That's the one, the number line. Now the distance from here to here and from here to here should be about the same as that. Number 4, change each fraction to repeating decimal using bar notation. Okay. 5 divided by 6. So we do 6 goes into 5.0000. 6 goes into 5 0 times. Goes into that 8, 48. Subtract 2, bring down the 0. 3, 18, 20. Oh, we're repeating already. So it's 0.83 with a bar over the 3 because the 3 repeats. The 8 does not repeat, but the 3 will keep on repeating. All right, the next one's a lot harder. 45 over 99. Oh, yeah, you guys are in grade 7. You guys can do this. 99 goes into 45.000. Now, the good thing about 99, it's really close to 100. So, 99 goes into 4 0 times, 5 0 times, decimal. 450. Well, let's try 4. 99 times 4. Right, because this is kind of like 400. 100 would go into 450 4 times, so let's do that. 9 times 4 is 6. Carry up the 3. 396. That's 4 times. Then we subtract. Cross, that's 10, that's 14. That's going to be 14 because we have to cross. 14 take away 9 is what? 540. How many times does it go into 540? Well, let's try 5 times. 99 times 5 is 5. Carry up the 4. 495. Now subtract it. Cross, that's 10, that's 5. That's 3. Cross, that's 4. That's 13. 4, 5. Bring that. Wait a minute. This is repeating already. It's going to go 4, 5, 4, 5. So our answer to this question is 0.45. Boom. With a bar over the 45, because the 45 is repeating multiple times. Not so hard. Always have your little think space where you're doing your math work. Change each decimal number into a fraction and then reduce it if possible. So this is hundredths. So we have to do 37 over 100. Now, can we reduce it? Can we divide 37 by any number? Can we divide 37 by 2? No, it's not even. Can we divide it by 3? 3 plus 7 is 10. No. Can we divide it by 4? No. Because we can't divide it by 2, we can't divide it by any even number. Can we divide it by 5? Doesn't end in a 5. Can we divide it by 6? No, it can't be divided by 2 or 3. Can we divide it by 7? Nope. Because 7 times 5 is 35. We can't divide 37 by any number. It's prime. So we can't reduce that. So it's 37 over 100. Next one, 238. This is in the thousandths place value. So this is 238 over 1,000. Now, can we reduce this? Well, we can divide them both by 2, right? So it's something over 500. So 238 divided by 2. I'm just going to make a 238 divided by 2 is 1, 2, 0. Bring down the 3. 1, 2, 1. Bring down the 8, 9. 119. It's 119 over 500. Now can we divide 119 by anything? Well, let's check. We can't divide it by 2 because it's not even. If we can't divide it by 2, that means we can't divide it by 4, 6, or 8, or 10, or 12, or any even number. So this can't be divided by any even number. Can we divide it by 3? 1 plus 1 is 2 plus 9 is 11. 11 cannot be divided by 3. So it can't be divided by 3. Can it be divided by 5? No. Can it be divided by 9? Nope. Can it be divided by 7? Well, we have to check 7. 7 goes into 11 once. We get 7. 49. Yes, it can be divided by 7. 7 is the only number that can be divided by. Can we divide 500 by 7? Well, let's try it out. 500, can we divide it by 7? 0. 7, that's 49. That's 10. No. We can't divide. We can divide this one by 7, but we can't divide him by 7. So that's simplest form. All right, there's page 2. Page 3. Match each of the following fractions to their decimal equivalent. Well, let's try to turn these into a decimal out of 10 or 100. Let's do this guy 100. 4 times 25 is 100. So we multiply our 3 times 25 is 75 over 100. That will be this guy right here, 0.75. 2 over 5, we can turn it into something over 10. Times it by 2 on the top and the bottom to get 4 over 10. 4 over 10 is the same thing as 40 over 100, which is the same as this guy, 0.40. Now that means that obviously 9 out of 10 is 0.9, which is this guy right here, 0.9. There's the answer for number 6. Number 7, a small high school in Saskatchewan has a male population of 128 students from grades 9 to 12. That's a large high school for us. Of these boys, 42 of them play football. Show the number of boys who play football as a fraction of the male population of the school. Then express your fraction as a decimal number correct to 3 decimal places. So it is 42 out of 128. Now, to figure out our decimal, we would do 128 goes into 42 decimal 000. Now, this is a little bit difficult. Let's see if we can reduce this. Can we divide these by anything? So this one, can we divide it by 2? Yes, we can get 21 over 64. That's divided by 2. Now, that's a little more reasonable. We can only divide this by 2, 3, or by 3 and 7. We can't divide this guy by 3 or 7. So we're going to have to do this now. 64 goes into 21 decimal 000. We have to go to 4 decimal places. All right, so 64 goes into 2 0 times. 64 goes into 21 0 times. 64 goes into 210. Now my think space is going to be over here. Well, 64, then 128, then another 64 on top of that will be 12. Carry the 1. 1 plus 2, 192. 192 gets me pretty close to that, so it's 3. 192. Subtract. Subtract 10, that's 8. Subtract 10, so it's 180 is my next one. Well, 3 is too big, I have to go with 2. 2, 128. Subtract 52, so 520. So how many times is 64 going to 520? Well, it's more than 3, right? Because 3 is right there. Do you think it'll be more than 4, or do you think it'll be 5? Well, let's do a little bit of rounding. This is about 60, and this is about 60 and 520. 6 times what gets us 52? 6 times 8. Let's try 64 times 8. 2, carry the 3. 6 times 8 is 48, plus 3 is 512. 8 works. 512. Cross 10. It's 8. That's a 1. That's 0. Then it's 80. It'll be 1. Now, because it says correct to 3 decimal places, we can stop at the 4th one. And we get our answer of 0.3281. Now, we round it to our 3rd decimal place. So we look at the 8, then look to the right of it. The 1 tells us to stay the same. So we round down. 0.328. That's question number 7. All right. Question number 8. At a birthday party, the children ate the following portions of pizza. Colleen ate 1/5 of pineapple pizza. Joshua ate 0.75 of a pepperoni pizza. Nicholas ate 2/3 of a cheese pizza. Jesse ate 0.6 of a deluxe pizza. Place each child's amounts of pizza eaten on the number line. All right, so let's start with Colleen. Well, actually, let's label our benchmarks first, right? This is 0.5, 0.25, 0.75. Those are our benchmarks. Now let's look at Colleen. 1/5. Going to do Colleen in purple. 1 out of 5. It's equal to 2 out of 10, right? Times it by 2, times it by 2. So that's equal to 0.2. 0.2 will be right before 0.25. So right there is Colleen 0.2. Josh, 8.75. I'm going to do Josh in green. 0.75, that's right here. Josh, 0.75. Now, Nicholas ate 2/3. We can't change 2/3 into out of 10, nor can we change 2/3 into out of 100. So we've got to divide it. Right? The denominator goes on the outside, the numerator goes on the inside. So 3, 18. 2 divided by 3. Oh, it's 6. 6 times 3 is 18. 20, bring down the 0. 6, 18, 20. Notice it's repeating. So it's 0.66, or we just write it as 0.6 with a bar. 0.6 with a bar will go about here. This is Nicholas with the bar. So 0.6666. Then the last one will be Jesse with 0.6, and he'll be a little bit less here. These two guys should actually be a little bit over more. But they're ordered about correct. All right, so that's number 8. You should be able to convert fractions into decimals to compare them. Using a model, explain how 1/2 is equal to 0.5. All right, so I'm going to draw a picture. 0.5. That's 5 out of 10, isn't it? Right there, I've got a small grid that I can see. All right, so right here. So the blue is 1/2 the picture. But 1/2 the picture is also 5 over 10, which is equal to 0.5. So 1/2 is the same as 5 over 10, which is the same as 0.5. There's my model. All right, I hope you remember this stuff. A lot of this stuff was from grade 5 and a little bit from grade 6. And you're going to be doing some big division questions in this unit. Thank you for watching. I hope this was helpful.